The reason you tremble on stage isn't because you are weak. It's because your ancient brain genuinely believes the audience down there wants to eat you alive. Here is how that survival glitch plays out in real time. Imagine standing on a brightly lit stage, looking out at a silent crowd, waiting for you to speak. Dozens of faces are locked onto yours. The room is completely quiet, and all eyes are watching your every move. Suddenly, you feel your heart pounding violently against your ribs. Your palms sweat, and your hands start to tremble. You try to swallow, but your throat is completely dry. Words are stuck, and your mind goes blank. This is glossophobia, the intense fear of public speaking. For many, it feels like an immediate threat to life. But why does a simple presentation trigger a physical reaction identical to facing a deadly predator in the wild? Your brain is not broken. It is simply executing an ancient survival program designed to keep you alive. To find the source of this terror, we must travel back in time, deep into our prehistoric past. On the open grasslands of the African savanna, survival was a daily, high-stakes game of life and death. As a prehistoric hunter, walking through the tall grass, you had to be constantly alert for hidden dangers. Suddenly, you hear a twig snap. You freeze, scanning the horizon for any sign of movement or threat. In the shadows, a pair of eyes locks directly onto yours. A large predator is preparing to pounce. When a predator stares at you, your brain immediately initiates a cascade of survival reflexes to prepare you. It floods your bloodstream with adrenaline, boosting your heart rate to pump oxygen to your large running muscles. It shuts down non-essential functions like digestion, causing your mouth to go dry and your throat to tighten. Your muscles tremble as they prime themselves for explosive movement. You are ready to fight or to flee. This is the exact same chemical storm that hits your body when you stand before a modern audience. To your ancient brain, a group of silent, staring strangers looks exactly like a pack of hunting predators. Your amygdala cannot tell the difference between a board meeting and a pride of hungry lions ready to attack. It simply sees eyes locked onto you, associates it with extreme danger, and sounds the survival alarm immediately. You are standing on a wooden stage, but your biology believes you are cornered in a dangerous wilderness. But why is the simple act of being stared at by a group so biologically terrifying? In the animal kingdom, a direct, prolonged stare is never a friendly greeting. It is an act of aggression. To a wild animal, a locked gaze is the final step of a hunting sequence before the attack begins. We evolved a highly specialized neural network in our brain called the gaze detection system. This system operates on a hair trigger, constantly scanning our peripheral vision for eyes looking at us. If it detects even a single pair of eyes locked onto yours, it instantly shifts your brain into high alert. Now, imagine multiplying that threat by 50 or 100, a whole crowd of eyes locking onto you. To your primitive brain, this is not a group of polite listeners. It is a coordinated target lock. This is why your body prepares for a brutal physical fight, even when you only need to speak. But the fear of public speaking is not just about predator eyes. It is also deeply rooted in the tribe. To survive, in the harsh Pleistocene epoch, our ancestors had to stick together in close, cooperative tribal bands. Hunting large beasts like mammoths required a high level of coordination and absolute trust among the hunters. Sharing scarce water, dry firewood, and night watch responsibilities allowed early humans to survive where others perished. A single human, exiled from the tribe, was immediately vulnerable, facing a swift death sentence in the wilderness. Therefore, we developed a powerful evolutionary mechanism, a deep biological fear of any form of disapproval. We had to constantly monitor how others viewed us, modifying our behavior to maintain our group membership. Your ancient brain constantly runs a social radar, tracking every nod, frown, or yawn from the group. Neuroscience shows that social rejection activates the exact same neural pathways in the brain as physical pain. When you are rejected, your brain registers it as if you had received a serious bodily injury.
This physical pain alarm was an early warning system, screaming, "Reconnect with the tribe or you will die."
Your standing in the tribe also determined your access to the best food, prime shelters, and potential mates. Losing social status was a major biological threat, reducing your overall chance of survival and reproduction. This is why standing in front of an audience to be evaluated triggers such an extreme level of fear. Biologically, your instincts view the eyes of the audience as a jury, deciding whether you stay or get exiled. The modern presentation stage is essentially the same as standing before a council of elders in a cave. The modern speaker sweating under the bright spotlight is simply a caveman pleading for his social survival. We fear making a mistake in front of a group because our DNA remembers when mistakes meant exile. This ancient tribal pressure is the invisible weight pressing down on your chest whenever you step forward. It is not a weakness. It is a highly conserved evolutionary design that kept your ancestors alive. By understanding this, we can begin to see that stage fright is not a personal failure at all. In our ancient tribes, social hierarchies were small, transparent, and relatively easy for a hunter to understand. But today, we stand before hundreds or even thousands of strangers, a scale our brains never evolved to handle. We are speaking to crowds larger than our ancestors ever encountered in their entire, multi-generational Stone Age lifetimes. This massive mismatch between ancient design and modern environments is what sends our nervous system into panic. When a student speaks in a school auditorium, their biology registers the massive group as a global threat. When an employee presents to a large corporate board, their body reacts as if facing hostile tribal chieftains. The physical symptoms of panic are simply the old survival software firing in a totally mismatched environment. What are the exact biological gears turning inside your body when this ancient panic alarm goes off? Let us zoom in on the chemical floodgates that open when your brain senses a crowd staring. We will look at how adrenaline, cortisol, and the nervous system coordinate to hijack your voice. By tracing the chemistry, we can understand why our bodies seem to work against us on stage. The moment your brain senses the audience's gaze, a small almond-shaped region called the amygdala fires an alert. This alert immediately triggers your hypothalamus, the master command center for all chemical stress responses inside your body. It sends electrical and chemical signals down to your adrenal glands, which sit right on top of your kidneys. These glands instantly flood your bloodstream with adrenaline, the chemical fuel that powers the ancient fight-or-flight response. Adrenaline forces your heart to beat faster, preparing your body to run or fight for its very survival. It constricts blood vessels in your skin and digestive organs, redirecting oxygen-rich blood into your large leg muscles. Because blood is redirected to your thighs and chest, your fingers and toes go cold, numb, and start shaking. To conserve energy, the brain shuts down saliva production, leaving your mouth dry and making it difficult to swallow. Your throat muscles contract to protect your windpipe from damage, a reflex that makes your voice sound tight. This muscle tension squeezes your vocal cords, raising the pitch of your voice and making it tremble uncontrollably. At the same time, your pupils dilate, an ancient adaptation designed to let in light to spot hidden predators. But under bright modern lights, dilated pupils cause tunnel vision, making it hard to read your own notes. Soon after adrenaline peaks, a second hormone, called cortisol, floods your brain to help maintain high alertness. While cortisol keeps you alert, it temporarily shuts down the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for active memory. This is why your mind suddenly goes blank on stage. The chemical flood has blocked your memory recall. When you feel these intense physical symptoms, it is easy to assume that your body is failing you. In reality, your body is executing a flawless survival protocol. The system is working exactly as it was designed. The only problem is that you are trying to give a speech, not run away from a tiger. Every symptom that makes public speaking difficult would save your life if you were facing a real wild animal. Cold fingers do not matter when running, and a dry mouth prevents choking while sprinting for your life. Tension protects your throat from animal bites, and dilated pupils help you navigate through a dark forest. The heavy sweat dripping from your brow is designed to cool your body during a long, exhausting run. Every single gear of this survival machine is synchronized to keep your prehistoric ancestors from being eaten alive. But on a modern stage, this intense survival preparation feels like a self-sabotaging trap that we cannot escape. You are trapped in a biological contradiction, trying to stand still while your body screams at you to run. This conflict between conscious intent and ancient biology is the true source of your public speaking panic. By understanding this chemistry, we can stop blaming ourselves and start working with our biology instead of fighting it. We can learn to reassure the ancient survival system that we are safe, dialing down the panic response. But first, we must examine the mental traps that amplify this alarm, starting with a powerful cognitive bias. We will look at how we overestimate how much the crowd is actually focusing on our minor mistakes. This is known as the spotlight effect, a psychological illusion that makes the stage feel 10 times larger. Let us explore how our social instincts create this illusion and how to break free from its grip. The spotlight effect is a powerful cognitive bias where you believe everyone is watching and judging your minor mistakes. In a famous psychological study, researchers made participants wear a highly embarrassing t-shirt in front of a group. The shirt wearers estimated that 50% of the group noticed the shirt. In reality, only 20% did. We consistently overestimate how much attention other people pay to our appearance, our actions, and our speeches. But why did our ancestors evolve such a highly sensitive, self-conscious bias in the first place? For 99% of human history, humans lived in small tribal groups of about 50 to 100 people. In these small groups, everyone knew you, and your social reputation was monitored by the group daily. A small mistake, a moment of weakness, or a social slip was noticed by everyone and discussed immediately. Gossip was a powerful tool to enforce social norms, and bad reputation could quickly lead to tribal exile. In a small tribe, being hyper-aware of how others perceived you was a vital survival feature, not a bug. But when you step onto a modern stage, this ancient tribal radar is completely overwhelmed by scale. Your brain registers a crowd of 300 people as a massive tribal council watching your every move. But in the modern world, the truth is that almost nobody is paying close attention to you. The strangers in the audience are not a hunting pack waiting to judge your minor speaking errors. They are actually preoccupied with their own lives, their own social status, and their own smartphones. Every person in that room is running their own tribal radar, worrying about what others think of them. You believe the spotlight is locked onto you, but everyone is carrying their own imaginary spotlight. Realizing that the audience is self-focused rather than predatory can instantly relieve the immense pressure of public speaking. If you stutter or forget a word, the audience will forget it within a few seconds. In fact, most audience members are secretly rooting for you to succeed, feeling empathy for your nerves. They feel their own mirror neurons firing, imagining themselves on the stage, and want you to do well. Public speaking is not a fight for survival. It is an act of cooperative sharing with your group. You are sharing valuable information, which is a highly positive tribal activity that strengthens the group's bonds. When you reframe speaking as sharing food rather than defending against predators, your brain calms down. Instead of looking inward at your symptoms, you can shift your attention outward to the audience. This simple shift in perspective signals your amygdala that there is no immediate threat to your life. Your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, and your memory pathways begin to open up again. By shifting your focus from self-defense to helping others, you deactivate the ancient predator survival response entirely. The harsh red spotlight of judgment transforms into a warm, inviting campfire of shared tribal storytelling. You are no longer a cornered hunter. You are a storyteller, sharing wisdom around the tribal fire. What are the practical, biological hacks we can use to calm our bodies before stepping on stage? Let us look at 5 concrete rules to reset your fight-or-flight alarm system in real time. Rule 1. Reframe the tribe. Stop seeing hungry predators. Start seeing cooperative hunting allies. Look at the crowd. Actively tell your nervous system that these people want to cooperate. Rule 2. The physiological sigh. Double inhale through the nose, then one slow, deep exhale. This breathing pattern forces your vagus nerve to slow down your heart in 10 seconds. Your ancient brain loves this simple hack, instantly turning off the fight-or-flight chemical cascade. Rule 3. Eye contact anchoring. Scan the crowd. Find 3 friendly, smiling faces to focus on. Ignore the blank mass of strangers. Speak directly to these 3 allies to reassure your brain. Locking eyes with a smiling face provides immediate social feedback, shutting down the isolation alarm. Rule 4. Release the adrenaline. Shake your limbs. Contract your thigh muscles before stepping out. Burn the excess chemical fuel. Stop the shaking in your hands before it even starts. Mimic a short run or stretch. Satisfy your body's survival urge to move and run. Rule 5. Warm up your voice. Hum low. Release the tension in your vocal cords. Vibration signals safety to your parasympathetic system. It relaxes the constricted muscles in your throat. Prevent your voice from cracking. Speak with a steady, natural, and authoritative human rhythm. By combining these 5 biological rules, you can handle any presentation stage with calm and confidence. You are no longer a victim of your ancient instincts. You are the master of your biology. You realize that your sweating, shaking, and dry mouth were just tools trying to keep you safe. You can thank your prehistoric biology for protecting your bloodline, then gently tell it to step down. Modern auditoriums, classrooms, and boardrooms are simply the new campfires of our global, interconnected modern tribe. Sharing your ideas is the most powerful way to connect with others and build your social circle. When you step forward to speak, you are contributing to the collective knowledge of the entire human species. By mastering this ancient alarm, you can build stronger relationships and find your true place in society. The digital savanna is quiet now. The shadows of ancient predators have finally faded into the background. The wooden stage is no longer a hostile wilderness. It is simply a place to share your light. Your ancestors survived the dark grasslands so that you could stand here today and speak your truth. Take a deep breath, modern storyteller. The crowd is ready, and your biology is ready as well. Step up to the microphone, speak clearly, and share your unique vision with the modern tribal community. You are safe. You are heard. You are a valuable member of this massive, global human tribe. If you found value in this evolutionary journey, join our modern tribe by subscribing to our channel. Like this video, and share your own public speaking stories in the comments section below this video. Keep exploring the prehistoric roots of your modern bugs and turn them into your greatest features. Until next time, modern hunter, step forward, speak your mind, and remember that you are never alone.